truth of the news about what's really going on all across America and in the streets. So there's been a lot of back and forth all within social media and online and in the news about what has President Trump done for minority groups and more specifically African Americans. Now, I am not a fan of separating groups of people by color, as most of the world and America is currently doing. However, because it is current, what is going on in the streets and in the minds of a lot of individuals of all different races and colors, I have to report the truth about what's really going on. Here in my hand, I have a printout, the press briefing by the press secretary on October 1st, 2020, when a question was posed by a well-known source, news media outlet, and the answer that was given. So here is the question that was posed by the media at the briefing at the White House. The question is, the president recently unveiled his Platinum Plan, which is geared towards the Black community. It promises to create 3 million new jobs, $500 billion in access to capital. It's a lot of money, and nobody really seems to be talking about that. It's interesting, a news reporter's asking that. Can you tell us how this assistance will be administered and how the White House will follow up to track the success of this plan? Here is the response from Press Secretary at the White House. Yes, this is a very important plan for the Black community. It bears mentioning in the pandemic, as we've regained jobs, nearly 4 in 10 jobs lost among Black Americans have been gained. And it took the Obama-Biden 2 years to do that. So we're indeed outpacing in job growth and the Black community and also the Latino community. And the president has promised this community that he is looking to create 3 million jobs in the next term. He wants to create 500,000 new Black-owned businesses, increase access to capital in Black communities, almost $500 billion. And he's done that with opportunity zones. And it's estimated that about 1 million people will be lifted up out of poverty and given opportunity because of this. Now, among another number of items, I should say, in the plan where he wants to prosecute the KKK as domestic terrorists and make lynching a federal crime. Again, all of that lost upon the media as they misreport. They take out of context. They ignore the verbatim words of the president when he denounced white supremacy just yesterday. When he denounced it at the debate, and when he's denounced it more than any other president in modern day history. And in fact, something else lost upon the media is the absolute turning of the blind eye to Antifa. Carrying the water for Democrats, the media, it apparently agrees with Jerry Nadler that Antifa violence is a myth. Just this past August in Senate hearings, Democrats refused to condemn Antifa, saying that the Democrats have mastered. The Democrats, he should add the media too, have mastered the art of making its violence appear innocent. Their violence isn't innocent. Antifa is not an idea. And Andy Ngo can tell you that because he was beaten by a group of protesters, Antifa protesters, suffering brain bleed. Now, another man can tell you this, who in 2019, the victim, his name was Adam Kelly, suffered from a concussion and got 25 staples in his head, but still silence from the Democrats, ignoring this group from the Democrats. And in fact, as we just recently saw, there was a Trump supporter who was killed by a 100% Antifa man. That is how he described himself. And again, no reporting here. But I guess I did the job of the media by getting this information myself. This man who was 100% Antifa, in fact, had been arrested before at 2 a.m. on July 5th in a public protest carrying an illegal weapon. He resisted arrest. He was taken to jail where he was merely given a citation and put back on the streets. And the very next month, this 100% Antifa man was lying in wait before he killed an innocent Trump supporter. Ideas do not target police officers. Ideas do not burn down buildings. Ideas do not kill innocent Americans. Organizations do. And Democrats should condemn this shameful group in the same manner that President Trump continues to condemn white supremacy. So we thank you, President, and the Secretary of White House Briefing for keeping us informed even when the media is there to take notes for what you say, and they still either distort it or they just absolutely refuse to report it. But that's why here, with The Real News with Katie, you will continue to get the truth of the news of what's really going on within the Trump administration. God bless the President, the White House, and staff. God bless you and your family, and God bless all of America.